Hello everybody and welcome back to Max's Perspective podcast. Today I am answering a listener's question. Thank you to that person who asked a question on our website thing. We really appreciate it. And the question was a question that I often have had in Taiwan. And I think every foreigner in Taiwan might have had this question. Can you guess what it is? Do you think it is, where do you come from? Do you think it's, how tall are you? Do you think it is, do you like Taiwan? Do you think it is, are you married? Okay, these are all common questions, but there's one that is the most common question. It is, do you like stinky tofu? Do you like stinky tofu? That is our listener's question today. It's a great question. It's definitely not the first time I've had this question. And it's kind of funny, before I answer this question, do you like stinky tofu? Why is that question always asked to foreigners? I guess because there's kind of like this funny, humorous situation here where, well, this is the way I see it. Because as we know, as everybody knows, most foreigners do not like stinky tofu, and the idea of stinky tofu is not very cool. I mean, the food has the word stinky in it, so immediately it's probably not going to be too popular, right? Okay, so there's this food that most foreigners do not like, but Taiwanese love it. And I think that this is kind of like, it's almost like a test, and it's almost like a pass, like a ticket into Taiwan, into being accepted by Taiwanese people, is like to at least try stinky tofu. Because I feel like when Taiwanese people ask you this question, do you like stinky tofu, or have you tried stinky tofu? It's almost like Taiwanese people are saying, if you want to come to Taiwan and enjoy these friendly people and this beautiful island and this nice democratic environment and these great services that Taiwan offers and the convenience and everything, if you want to enjoy all of this, there's one thing you got to do. And that is, you got to try stinky tofu. That's what I think. So every foreigner has to try stinky tofu. It's almost like the law. So back to the question, have I tried it? Do I like it? I have tried it. I've tried it within a few months or maybe weeks of arriving in Taiwan. Obviously, I got into a situation where I didn't really want to try it, but because I was, being polite and I feel like I've got to do this, so I tried it, and I did not like it. I did not like it. Smells weird. And to be honest, before I came to Taiwan, I didn't even really like tofu. Never mind stinky tofu. So, it took me a while. But then, a few years later, I tried it again, and I was like, okay, not too bad. I see what's going on here. I can see why people like it. And if you do it in a nice way, like in a dish or maybe like fried, then it can be quite nice. But to be honest, it's not something that I would go out and choose to buy. It just smells so bad. So yeah, I don't want that. But yeah, I mean, everywhere has different tastes. I've heard Taiwanese people like compare it to cheese in Western culture. So, we have some cheeses that are very strong in their smell and strong in their taste, like Stilton or blue cheese or things like that. So this can be compared to stinky tofu, and I absolutely love those cheeses. But I didn't like those cheeses when I was young. Those cheeses, like my parents kept some of those cheeses in a special box in the fridge, like a sealed plastic box so the smell couldn't get out. And I used to love, normal yellow cheese that you put on sandwiches and everything, but I didn't like those cheeses because they were so strong smelling and the taste was too strong for a child. You know, it's like when you give a child beer or alcohol or something, they hate it. But when they grow older, they enjoy it. And as I got older, I enjoyed those cheeses. So maybe that's what it is with stinky tofu. You just got to like keep trying it, and your tastes eventually adapt. And this might be the same for Taiwanese who are trying out new cheeses. Anyway, stinky tofu. Keep asking foreigners if they've tried it. They must. It is there. If they want to come to Taiwan, it's like the rite of passage that they have to follow. It's like their pass. Remember, if you want to enjoy the wonderful life in Taiwan, you've got to try stinky tofu. That's the deal. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Please send us questions. This listener, I didn't get their name, but thank you so much for sending your question. I'm going to answer it. I'm going to answer your questions for sure. So just send them. Whatever you want to know, whatever you want my opinion about or want to ask me or whatever, just send in your questions. Maybe you have some school topic or project or something that you want to get some ideas about, or just something happening in your life, or something about foreigners or Westerners, or something that you want to compare Taiwan to something else, or some Taiwanese sort of experience or whatever. Okay, talk soon. Bye bye.